Hi, today I want to talk about the important topic which I felt like in my life, and it is which I felt like in past few years in my 13 year of this journey. I want to share something with you all. When I was just working as an art teacher means I was just teaching kids to draw and paint, right? Before that I have done my fine arts. I was at level where I can create the good realistic painting, even hyper realistic painting. I have done that. But the problem was I was not having any idea what to do with those paintings, what to do with those skills. I can only paint good, but when it comes to um, it happened with me when it comes to like when people see my work, they want my work, so they used to say like, can you give me this painting? And I really feel like so bad because I was also hesitant at that time to ask money, and even I was not having any idea what should I charge about this painting, or even if I can charge, so what should I say that this is not free, it's paid. I have put a lot of things here. It's like my learning, 4 years of learning, trials and error, doing multiple time practices, and then preparing these painting. And it was like putting hundreds of hours in my painting. So if anyone says that, can you give me this painting, I really like it, I want this painting, and people are just thinking like they can just get it for free or they can just get it for peanut price, right? So that was so heartbreaking for me at that time. And I was not having any way that time. I finished my fine arts, and then I was thinking like, now I can't jump to my corporate job again because it was like a huge gap in between. And I was into fine arts from quite some time, and then I was stuck in between what to do now, because when anyone asks me like what you do, I say I'm an artist. So they say that, okay, what else you do besides art, what else you do? So they were not considering art as a profession, because art was this was a mindset which I felt like people just used to think, that art is just for the hobby and art is only for the kids, so they can send their kids to me for learning something. And believe me, even they were not paying that much. Whatever I asked them, they used to feel like, oh, it's too high, it's too high. And I have paid that good big chunk of amount for learning art, learning fine arts. I have put my hours, I have put so much of practices and then learned, right? So it is just like a skill. It is just like the other skills, like doctors, lawyer, engineer. They go through the certain studies to become capable and to make money in that field. So same I did my fine arts, I did professional thing, but then I was struggling what to do with this. No one told me that, I was only looking for the ways. And I invested in exhibitions also. I went with my painting, two or three painting. I went to one of the famous Lalit Kala Academy, where I have displayed my painting. But no use, no use. I just wasted my money there. No one was seeing my painting, that little tiny painting somewhere in corner. No one was watching that. So it is good when it is just hanging on wall, but when it comes to selling, no one buys, right? So this happened with me, and I was thinking like, I have done a mistake. This is a huge mistake of my life. I I end up doing fine arts, and actually I was cursing myself that why I did art, why I haven't focused on other things. My friends were focusing on corporate, someone is banking sector, someone in different good sectors, and I was just doing art. I was just continuously, I was criticizing me that why I have this passion for art, why I'm not interested, why I'm not focused on other things. I tried, I literally tried. I quit my art and I was just focusing on that, okay, I have to get the job, I will do other things. But believe me, I tried everything. Nothing worked for me except art. It was just like whenever I try hard, I try to come up with something, but at the end, my focus was just going there in that direction, which I just kept side, but my focus was going there, not here. So I thought, what can I do with this art? And I was literally thinking like it's a curse. It's a curse that God has given me. And um, because this is how art was treated, this is how what I was seeing around me. People were saying that, you can just charge few bucks, like 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees. If I say it's just like $5 or $10 for art for an entire month, right? So I was thinking like how I'm going to live my life. I also have bills to pay. How I'm going to do all that? How I'm going to survive? And I used to get all these criticism from my near and dear ones. They used to say that, you have chosen thing which is not going to work, because none in my family, not in my relatives, no one has done this kind of thing before. And I was like doubting myself. I was thinking like, oh my god, why I did such a big mistake. And because I was having no idea. And then the what happened, when the COVID happened, lockdown happened at that time, and everything was shut down. Everyone was inside their houses, and at that time, I got an opportunity to teach online, and that was just a small hint for me, a small hint that I can make some money. So I got the job there, and I just made my first $12. I made first $12, but that $12 was like a $10,000 to me, because that break that belief that no, it is not scam, it work, and it worked for me. And then after that, I keep getting the opportunities, I keep learning. Then I start figuring out that okay, maybe I was just focusing on free things. So I was having that kind of mindset that where I can look for the free thing, where is the cheap program going on. So I was just focusing on the small peanuts. But the reality was, if I'm not going to invest in my premium program, if I'm not learning from any premium source, I am going to waste my next 10 years. So I found the mentor, and they taught me that how I can use. At that time, AI was completely new at that time. And they taught me how to use AI for business growth. That was the program I enrolled in. I remember it was like a 2023, I enrolled in the program. And even I was not having a money at that time. The interesting part was like, and the program fee was like quite high, but I was not able to pay. But the good part was, there was a booking amount, and only that much booking amount was there in my account, and that was a small amount. So I just did the booking with 3000 rupee, and I just enrolled. Rest was like I have to pay on the installment basis. Uh, then I thought that okay, I have enrolled for the program, and now what? So my course started, and I just did for a month, okay, and it was just like a 15 days of my enrollment. I enrolled in the course, and just after that 15 days, I got my first client. I got my first client, and that was just at $12. Can you believe? $12. And it was, I remember, it was a client from Japan who gave me the digital illustrations and watercolor. So basically, I have to do the watercolor painting, small size, and I have to give a scan file. This was a project, right? So I I was still skeptical that whether it's true or not. So although my mentors were guiding me at the time, so I have shown. So they said, "Congratulations, you got your first order," and I did that. After that, I delivered, and when that $12 deliver in my account, then I got approved first time. And it is not only about the $12, it was like a huge amount for me because it break that belief, it break that barrier that making money online is a scam. Mm, Earning as an artist is a scam, or earning as an artist is not possible. All my so many belief just break that moment when I got $12 in my account. And you won't believe after that what happened. My second project, which I got, I that $12 project, it gave me so much of hope, so much of confidence, and it just boosted me up. My confidence level was from here to here. It was like that. And my second project I got, and it was like it was again like a painting project. So this time I have to ship my physical painting to that overseas, right? And it was like $1,000 project. And I said that, that person has not shared anything, but I said it's $1,000. And that person agreed. Boom, my another $1,000 in my account, right? And it was a direct transfer from PayPal account. So, oh my God, I was so blown away that day that someone can pay $1,000 for a painting. And it was like just like a A3 size painting. But yes, that was not just a painting, it was like my 7 8 years of struggle that I did, the figuring out the trials and error, then lending at this place. And I also put my time effort in creating that beautiful piece, and I have given that value. That was not a case, because earlier I was also putting my 1,000%, but not getting any kind of results in my life. This time I got the $1,000 project in my bank account. Wow. And the good part is like, it was in two milestone. So first I asked for the $700 in my bank account, and that person paid. And I was the first one in the batch who got um, this $1,000 big project. It was a new batch, so I was the only one person who got $1,000 project in that batch. Oh my God. Since then, I my journey is like continuously going on. I am making money as an artist. I'm really doing good in this field, and now I feel so blessed. And I also say sorry to God for doubting myself. And now I think like, okay, I was just continuously giving up this idea that I want to quit, I want to quit, I don't want art, this is just a curse. But I was not believing myself. But God was continuously showing me signs in that, keep going on. It's a right track for you. So sometimes we doubt ourselves. This is what I felt. I was doubting myself, and I was not seeing the opportunity which I was getting. And this is how my belief increase, and my all the myths, blockages I was having, I'm holding, that all went, that it crashed that day. So this is how my journey started. And then I believe, and I want every artist to have this belief that yes, it is possible. You can make money with your art. You can charge whatever you want. You can learn the skills. But the thing is that you can't. I'm just sharing my point of view. The thing was, my art was good. Like, I did my practices, so what I was delivering, I was confident in that. So so this is what I believe. If I master my skill, and if I'm really confident in that, right? If anyone is asking for the commission, or anyone is asking for the painting, so I know how much effort I have put in that painting. I know what it has taken me to reach this stage. so I can confidently charge with full conviction. And it was not, it was years of struggle. And this is what, and now this is my mission, this is my purpose, that I want to help people. I want to have those who having a dream in their life, those who have a dream that they want to do something with their art but not able to do, just because people around them are saying that, art is just for the hobby, art is just for the kids, like 4 5 years old kids. No, it's not like that. Art can be a profession. With art you can do a serious kind, you can take your art to the serious level. It can be through commissions, it can be through selling paintings, it can be through teaching. So my passion is more like a teaching. So I don't sell my painting that much, or I don't take commissions that much, but I love to teach. And I really feel satisfied when anyone else is getting results, when my student get results. That give me so much of satisfaction, so much of happiness. I can't I can't get this kind of happiness when I am working on my painting. But when I see my student result, when I see that they are doing really, really amazing, and also getting an opportunity as an artist, in participating different things, so this make me feel like wow, yes. So I just want to say that, keep believing in yourself, work on your skills. Without skill, nothing is there. You will not go to the doctor, which is just like a general, right? Or those who have a half knowledge. You will go to the expert kind of doctor, or expert or specialist in that field. So first of all, you have to focus on learning skill. This is what I felt. So I already, with god grace, I already did my fine arts, right? And I was having that kind of skill, so I was able to create those paintings. The problem was only, I was thinking like there was no scope in art. I have done such a big mistake. I was having that kind of mindset. But when I got an opportunity, so I realized that, there is a podcast in one channel. If you're interested, I can share the link. There is the whole story is documented there, and you can watch that podcast. It's a real time 1 hour podcast where I have shared every single thing in detail, my story. And it was such amazing things to share with them. So, yeah, this is my story. So, I will say that, keep believing yourself, keep doing it. The skills that you are learning today will going to pay you, right? But don't doubt yourself. When you paint, like you go halfway and you start doubting yourself, like my painting is not looking good, and you don't even finish your paintings. You just leave them like that, half, right? And then you think about creating new piece. And that if that painting doesn't look good, you again think about creating